Is the Slayworld reunion in the room with us? Alright guys, so recently Slayworld quote unquote reunited and it made a lot of news. I didn't make a video on it immediately because I wanted to see if anything came from it. Just kidding, I was lazy. But I do want to talk about it because probably one of the biggest pieces of news to come from this scene in the last month. And as a fan of Slayworld, almost from the start, even if, as I'm going to talk about later in the video, it wasn't really a reunion, it was pretty cool. So anyways, I'm gonna explain what happened, who's a part of it, and what it means. So will we get music, etc. Alright, so on Summer's story, he posted this picture. And immediately everyone was like, yo, Slayworld is back! And if you don't know who the people in this picture are, I don't blame you. So the guy on the very left is like a videographer. The guy second to the left is Autumn's manager. Then it's Wyland. Then it's Summers. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know who the guy right next to or a little behind Summers is. Then it's Autumn, and then it's Dom Can Chan. That's like Wyland's best friend forever. He's in some like really old music videos and whatever. So anyways, if you don't know, Wyland wasn't actually a part of Slayworld. Only Autumn and Summers were, and even Autumn wasn't like a core member. So it wasn't really like a Slayworld reunion. Yeah. Anyways, here are some of the responses. Me on my way to spread misinformation online. No Isaiah, he said, you know that won't happen. If you don't know, Isaiah TG hates like everyone in Slayworld, maybe except for like Summers and Wyland. Sorry, not everyone in Slayworld, because they're like producers and whatnot. But he really hates Can, and I think Summers too. So yeah, they said they're recruiting Mexicans and shit. I know Goonie mad as hell right now. That Goonie reaction, and I'll talk about that later because previously, I believe Summers posted. Okay, so this is the precursor to this, and I made a video on it. I'll talk about it, or not talk about it. I'll just show you a picture of like the video in case you want to watch it. But I'll sum it up for you really quick. What happened was Wyland took this Instagram story. He was like, "Hey, get your ass to Arizona." Blah blah blah. I don't know if it was Arizona or Texas, something like that. It was like Summers, Can, Yeet. I don't know if he said Yeet. He said Autumn. He's and he's like, "Let's get back together." Whatever. He said, blah blah blah. You get it, right? Anyways, everyone was like, oh my god, because it caused a lot of commotion. So I was like, oh my god, I think it'll reunite, blah 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 blah. And Goonie, who by the way, Slayworld was founded by this white guy named Kane, who was like a skater, and Goonie and Kane met through the internet. And everyone that was in Slayworld met through Goonie, through like this group chat that Wyland and Yeet, and I think even SG Kobe were a part of. To give you an idea of like who was associated with them. Not all of them were a part of it, of course. So Slayworld was basically whoever Goonie messed with. So he obviously didn't like the whole narrative of Slayworld being thrown around. So that's why he's saying, I know Goonie mad as hell right now. Because after that, he said, I believe he tweeted, we don't give a about no Wyland or something. And everyone's like, yo, Wyland. And you also gotta understand, Goonie, his fan base, no offense, like I like his music a lot, but it's pretty much non-existent because he doesn't drop a lot. And he's more so just known as an associate of Summers and Can, but he's been making really good music for a long time. I believe Autumn is even vlogging it, but I don't know if or he vlogged it, but I don't know if it's coming out. Someone said, who are these randoms? Where's Yeet? I'm crying. Okay, Yeet wasn't in Slayworld. Wyland made a boss call. He literally did. I'm not gonna lie. Someone said, where's Can? He's probably in LA being a dad. They added random Mexican scammers in the group now. Now, if you're like, I'm not gonna say OG because it wasn't that long ago, but if you were like a Slayworld fan, scamming was their thing. So yeah, not like someone said, not my Slay. Missing some people. By the way, just to give you an idea of how many people are missing, those are like all the Slayworld members. Goonie, Frank's Last Day, Summers, Autumn, Can, Isaiah TG, Vinay, Bathing Zay, and then there's a bunch of producers like Wi-Fi, Mingo, Benji Cold, Eddie Gianni, Romeo, Slayer, Alexander Prey was also an artist, I'm pretty sure, Ian Khan, like Endo. These are all names you'll recognize if you were a fan of them around the time. So this like the whole Slayworld reunion thing, it's literally just Summers and Autumn. And I guess Wyland is an associate, Here were some more reactions. Y'all know damn well does not know damn Slay. That was one of the producers, Endo. I believe he also makes like vocal music too. He said that. Slayworld Albania, like the meme page, said, this is really fun and awesome, but how many allegations in the past 4 years does this image hold? All right, so let's... Videographer, I don't think he has allegations. Autumn's manager, I don't know if he has allegations. Wyland, no allegations. Summers, probably like 2, 3. I'm gonna say 3. Autumn, I don't know. That might push it to triple digits, but I'm just joking. Probably around like 15. Someone said Autumn is half of them. And this like random Instagram story really sums it up. Slayworld is back. It's Summers, Wyland, and Autumn with 4 random guys in a bathroom. Someone else said, Goon said, it no Kane, no Slay. That's literally what he wrote. But I'm explaining to you what he meant. I know I said this a little bit earlier. By the way, if you want to know like the full story of Slayworld, I think one of the first videos I made was like a Slayworld documentary. So I'm gonna just put it up for you and you can like watch it for the full story, but I'll just sum it up for you. Kane was like this white kid who skated. I don't want to just like compress him down to like some random white kid, but he used to skate, he used to do clothes. But unfortunately, like almost 2 years ago, he passed away from an overdose, I believe. He was just like a creative dude. I believe like way back in the day, him and Goonie used to make beats, and he was the founder, right? So basically, Slayworld had already like disbanded by like the end of 2020, like early 2021. Like it was just not a thing anymore, really. I believe like Summers, Can, Goonie, and like this other dude named YP or Hozizi lived in a house together. And then they would link up with other people, other members like Frank's Last Day and etc. And all that kind of came to an end. Another thing about this was like, this is just like a timing thing. Yeet like attended this thing called the All White Party, which is just this, it's hosted by this guy who owns this company called Fanatics, and he hosts it, I think every year in the Hamptons or something. And it's just a bunch of celebrities that wear all white. So it's called like the All White Party. And Yeet went there. So they're like, yo, Yeet made it to the Diddy party. So they're saying that Yeet went to the Diddy party instead of Slayworld reunion. He wasn't even a part of Slayworld, by the way. This is one of the most iconic Slayworld pictures. It has Isaiah, Frank's Last Day, Can, Goonie, Summers. I believe they would just get like B&Bs together. By the way, if you want to see what Kane looked like, here's a picture of him. That's one. I believe this was used as like an Isaiah TG cover art. That's a picture of him, Kane, and Frank's Last Day. Oh, by the way, that belly tat, I'm pretty sure it stands for Slay. I think it says Slayworld Soldier. Yeah, Slayworld Soldier. That was like their tag. Goonie has it, Kane has it, and Frank's Last Day. I'm pretty sure. Can has it as well. There's also like a couple of iconic pieces of merch from Slayworld, like that girls shirt. I don't think it was ever reproduced. I believe Can and RR made they did like a remake on it. Anyways, out of all of this, so there wasn't really much. I was just kind of giving a lot of context since I feel like some people don't know. Summers and Wyland seem to be like the most locked in. So they posted a picture together on Instagram. I'm just pull it up for you real quick. So those are the pictures, and I believe Summers even said Hack Runner, something like that, on a story. Or no, sorry, on a comment. Got like 80,000 likes. Everyone was like, yo, and by the way, you gotta understand, it is pretty crazy. It's like pretty wild. It's like, because they haven't really been seen with each other for years, and they haven't made a song. I believe they have a song called Who's Better, and they have a song called Tesla. Both those songs are really good. Tesla's crazy on this like Zay Skills beat. So this collab is probably having, dang, I just cannot speak. I'm gonna leave that all in too. This collab is probably happening, you know, there's a high likelihood that it happens. I mean, literally like everybody commented on it. Benji Cole, that's like he's like the creator of Asian rock. Like people from all sorts of different scenes, like Shed Theory, that's Marlon Dubois, Chewy Chips, Glaive commented, Xavier Sobase commented. That's like, because this underground scene has kind of expanded. I mean, SoundCloud has always had different scenes, but this is like the most mainstream-ish out of the last 4 or 5 years, I'd say. But everybody like fucks with Wyland and Summers, if that makes sense. They were an insane duo. They done brought Wyland out the farm. This looks iconic. I mean, it is. Music is saved, man. When your friend a little racist, but he chill. I believe Can actually has a song. Oh, here, I'm gonna pull it up. White guys, he has a song where he says like hanging with little white guys. Okay, he says kicking with my white boys, they're a little racist, and it's a song called 380 Hellcat. Damn, I haven't listened to like old Can in so long. There's also a comment that said, drop marble floors or get oiled up, your choice. And Summer said, I'm dropping, so he doesn't want to get oiled up. I don't know why I said that. Someone even called Summers and Wyland the Cardi and Uzi of this generation. I mean, they're just a good duo. And I'm not gonna lie, this pic is like a little funny because they've both grown so much. Not like their image, of course, because like Wyland is like this hippie psychedelic dude, and Summers is like trying to be a street rapper now. And in the picture, like you can see Wyland drinking a beer and Summers sipping lean. But I mean, it's just kind of like, it's just symbolic of who they kind of are now. But what I was talking about is someone said Reno need to slip a perk in his beer so he can really get back in that mode. All right. So that's really the whole situation. I feel like I gave all the context. Listening to Wyland and Summers though, this is like, I feel like the most, not important part, but what I want to say is the song they record together is gonna be really interesting because Summers is pretty versatile. He can do this rap. He can rap. He has like this one rap style that most fans aren't a huge fan of. He can rap. He can, of course, like plug and beat. That's his bread and butter. Obviously, his voice isn't what it sounded like 4 years ago, but he can still make really good stuff. Wyland, or how Wyland will fit in, is gonna be very interesting. Also, did they make anything with Autumn? You know, But yeah, how Wyland will fit in is gonna be super interesting. I think they'll probably make some like Wyland type stuff, and they'll probably make some summers. Who knows what it'll be like? I don't know if they're still living with each other, how it's going, or however what went down. Are they gonna drop a single? Are they gonna drop some stuff together? At one point, Wyland and Summers were even label mates with Victor Victor. I believe Wyland signed first to Victor Victor, and then Summers signed. I believe it was also through Yeat's old manager, Nick Stell. Anyways, yeah, or sorry, not anyways, but where I was going is fans kind of expected them to have something back then, but I mean now, or they had Tesla, and they probably do have some unreleased, but it's kind of just like a little random that's happening now, but I'm glad it's happening. It's a cool moment. It's just really trippy, you know, like normally when rap groups break up, they like, this happens all the time, like rap groups never last, bands, people go in and out of them all the time, and most of the time when bands or rap groups break up, they just never really get back together, kind of, or when they get back together, it's just not the same, and that's how like Slayworld would be. A lot of this is like nostalgia. That's why, by the way, Wyland, Summers, and Autumn being together is pretty cool. But I'm just saying that's why people had that reaction. It's really just nostalgia. But yeah, if they put out some good music, it'll be really cool. I'm not gonna lie. So yeah. Oh, one last thing. Another thing that I think is really good for Wyland too is that Wyland never really got to see the fruits of his labor. You know, he's like super iconic, but he never really got much out of it. Of course, I'm sure he's very grateful for his career, but he's not that big. He has a really cult fan base, but he never had a hit. He never had a song go crazy. Vices didn't do super well. His self-titled album didn't do super well. Of course, I enjoy the music as a fan, but I feel like good for him for, you know, capitalizing on his status as like a pioneer and someone people look up to. You know what I mean? Anyways, thanks for watching. Have a nice day, and see you tomorrow. I don't know why I said it so like robotic, but you get the point. Yeah. Daily uploads. Woohoo. I meant to say woohoo. I can't. Never mind. Bye. Yeah, I just kind of end the video, huh?